can turn into what I see, eco villages. I'm talking to Rochelle. I said, let's get some art in there. Let's really jazz it up. And let's get people excited about clean energy and doing the responsible thing for our cities and our countries. So I just wanted to put it out there. Thank you for having me. And we'll turn it over to the panel. If you have any questions, please visit our table. We're at detroitmi.gov/Detroit Solar. Peace.
Y'all doing number two. Having to share the knowledge, share the codes, share all the tea on how to get involved. I really love it. Thank you for coming to share that. One thing that I did forget, if you are not receiving our emails, we send out all the information about our panelists, information about parking, information about upcoming events, because we slipped and we put out the golf outing that we had last month and it sold out really, really quickly. But we want you all to know what's happening. So if you aren't, make sure you subscribe to our emails.
Okay, real quick. If you have questions, you're thinking about, man, I just met a lot of really cool people, how am I gonna follow up? We have built something called the Galactic Saturdays chatbot, where it is an AI tool that will help recommend you to someone you're looking for. If you're looking for someone to work with, work for, someone to ask questions as a mentor, everybody who signed up in it, you can talk to it, it recommends. If you just need a photographer, developer. I will say the current constraints, we're piloting just us talking to each other. Soon we're gonna have a matching tool that has all the resources, but you can find the resource providers here who signed up. So I know the team at IDV is in there, Venture 313. A lot of the local resource providers are there if you haven't talked to them yet. But in the coming weeks, we're gonna be adding a lot more. Whew. With community meetings. Community meetings. All right. Guess we missed a slide. Look out for your emails. All right, we're gonna jump right in. Before the panel, I'm gonna bring up, the person who really helped me start thinking about clean energy on a bigger scale. Darren really opened up the door with talking about Justice 40. And everything I learned there, I was like, man, we need a really big thing for Detroit. And last year, I was blessed to gain a really cool friend and mentor, Colin Walker Miller. She has been, look, come on, yes, let's give her flowers. We have to, but she's become a whole different guardian angel, really in making sure I'm breaking into different tables about different conversations. She has sponsored me to be in rooms, which opened up even more doors that put us on a crazy roller coaster this summer that boosted us up. So she is here to not only moderate the panel, but last year she let me speak at the first ever Recess conference, which is like an eye-opening event because I was on a panel with a woman from Chicago who managed to get $10 million from the federal government to build her own energy-efficient black village just outside of Chicago. And I was like, what? A square mile where she's building innovative solutions. And it's all her. And the way she has ownership, she declares partnerships. I'm like, there are some visionary things happening in this sector and we have to learn about it. And so after that, I was like, Carla, thank you so much. I learned a lot. And she started telling me more. And then one day on a call, we started to say, man, Detroit needs something big. They're giving out billions of dollars around the country. What are we doing here in Detroit? What does that mean for Detroit? And I think we had the same aha moment on a call where she was just like, yes. So I'm gonna bring her up to really tell her story and let you know what the vision is for Recess, because it's coming back this year, and it really spotlights the local leaders in the sector and the space, but opens up a lot of doors. And we're definitely going to be a really great partner this year to Recess 2024. So can we give a warm welcome to Colin Walker Miller?
Does that work? All right. Thanks, everyone. I love this Black Tech Saturday energy. Hey, before we get started, anyone who's back there, I was back there a few weeks ago and I really could not hear. So if you want to come, this is a room full of love. And even though the seats are mostly in the front, there are probably 10 seats up here. And we love you guys. So if you want to come up and sit down and really hear, please do so.
Yes, there are seats up here in the front.
We're going to scoot over, move
Come
over.
on in, y'all. The water's fine up here. Y'all come on in here and have a seat.
It's better than squatting.
All right.
Y'all
It's a lot of open seats up here, so make sure y'all come on in if you'd like to have a seat.
All right.
That's better.
Oh, no worries. But, no, I want to thank Johnny and Alexa for, sharing their platform. You all know a lot of people have platforms, and we hog them. We're the stars of our own shows and stages, and we make sure it's all about us. But I want to thank God and thank Johnny and Alexa for creating a platform that belongs to all of us. I have been in few rooms where I felt so welcome, and felt welcome to bring everybody else, including my grandchildren, knowing that they're gonna be welcome. Not many cool rooms like that in this city or in this country, so thank you all for that. And so I wanna call out, since you all set the tradition, how many people are already in clean energy? I want you to stand up. Stand up, because I want, all right, stand up, and I want people to see how many Black people in this room are already in the clean energy space. So when you have questions and want to start conversations, you have all these people to talk to. And why? Why do we care? I'm going to tell you all a fun fact that I found out just a few years ago. The first person to have a patent to heat a building with natural gas was a Black woman. Her name was Alice Parker, and in the early 1800s, she was a graduate of Howard University, and she actually filed a patent to use natural gas to heat a building. Now, how many of you all know Black women who own heating and cooling companies? What the hell? Why are we not there? When it was a sister who is credited with starting that industry. We belong there. And my message to you today is, when it comes to clean energy, most of us who are in clean energy know that we're in rooms that look nothing like this, that we are one of a very few number. And these are the people who are setting policies for what is going to happen in this country, because what can you do without energy? Y'all tell me. Anybody? What can you do without? You gamers, what can y'all do without energy? We can do nothing without energy. And when we talk about greenhouse gas tracking, we really are talking about greenhouse gas reductions. We have to reduce fewer. And the reason that we're here and we're so committed to this is the amount of money that's being invested in this country to decrease the generation of greenhouse gases. So I want everyone to open up their hearts and their spirits to say, I belong. I want y'all to repeat after me. I belong in clean energy.
I belong in clean energy.
And let me tell you how you belong. How many of you all like high energy bills? You notice I didn't say how many of you have high energy bills, because I want you everybody. Okay, we're going to decrease our energy bills. We're going to improve our indoor air quality. We're going to create jobs, but not just jobs. There's a scientist, a social scientist here, who told me that the average Black business owner has 12 times the mean net worth as the average Black worker. You know what that means? We're not just going to create jobs. We're going to expand existing businesses, and we're going to create new and emerging businesses, all based on clean energy, okay? So when I tell you that you have a place, and it's up to us to boldly go and figure out what that place is, to partner with people who are already there and going even farther, we can own the innovation that needs to take place, because we need to be involved in the innovation. We need to be creating, discovering. We need to be doing things like what Alice Park did. Alice Park said, why not? Why is every room in my home a different temperature? Why is one ice cold and one? So she did a central furnace system. How many of you all appreciate a central furnace system? So we're gonna find our place. And I'm not gonna talk, I know y'all told me to talk about my story, but I have people who have the most fascinating stories on the planet. And I want you to hear a little bit about theirs, so I'm gonna defer mine. But I do need you all to do me a favor. I'm full today. As wonderful as Black Tech Saturdays is, not just about Black Tech Saturdays, but I had to put Maximus, my dog, to sleep this morning, first thing before I came here. So I'm walking in gratitude because I know y'all think y'all's dogs are really amazing, but Max was the best dog in the world. But I am asking you all to just bring all the good energy, all the positive vibe, everything that you have, and make sure that you appreciate these young brothers and sisters who are coming on this panel, because when I tell you I honor them, I appreciate them, and I know that there's so many more right in this audience, right in this city, the state, and this country, and we really have to do the doggone thing in clean energy. All right, Johnny.
Part of the Clean Energy Revolution at Recess 24 from September 9th to 11th. Join us in Detroit for the second annual Recess 24 National Black and Brown Clean Energy Conference, a groundbreaking event led by Carla Walker Miller, the founder and CEO of Walker Miller Energy Services. Recess 24 is designed to provide a platform for those already making waves in clean energy and inviting new voices to join this unprecedented economic revolution. This year's conference will feature powerful keynote speakers, insightful panel discussions, and interactive workshops designed to drive innovation and opportunity. Explore our Innovation and Opportunity exhibit hall and celebrate the achievements of industry trailblazers at our awards and recognition ceremony. Recess 24 is more than a conference. It's a movement that unites leaders and innovators to build a sustainable and equitable future in clean energy. Join us as we shape a future that leaves no one behind.
But I'll ask you
Be
later.
there to empower, innovate, and lead. Register now for Recess 24 at recess24.com. Together, let's drive the change.
All right, so one, stay tuned because we're planning something special for a collaboration. And we're also going to be sponsoring some people to attend. So watch those emails. Now I have the pleasure of introducing the panel, which this is a real fun one because if you go back into the origin stories, somebody on this panel helped birth this very space we're in. And we always have to give this man his flowers. And also how he's been such a welcoming entry point for me to the ecosystem. In August of 2022, I got to meet Darren Riley, founder of Just Air, at Congregation Coffee Shop. And he was the first Black tech founder I had met who was technical, especially here in Detroit. I was just like, oh, you like the whole package. Like, okay, let me just listen to whatever you're saying. But not just his tech experience. Darren was one of the co-founders of Commune Angels. Look, he also worked for Endeavor as an ecosystem builder with Series A and up companies. He's seen all the way to the end. They have so many exited companies, so many names that you would recognize, right? He was an ER at Star Garden in Garden City, where he coached entrepreneurs. And that's where he birthed something that has been taking the whole nation. Not only are they building the historically first countywide air monitoring system by a Black tech company, ooh, this man has expanded to 7 states. Right? And on top of kicking butt, this man is why we have Black Tech Saturdays. It was Darren who was doing development on my platform that actually had me in this building. I didn't even know what it was. Darren was just like, we pulling up on Saturday, we doing some work. And as we were talking, I was like, man, people would come in, ask questions. It was just me and him, and then there were 5, 10 of us, and we would just be here all Saturday, hours and hours. And one day we were like, there should be other people, because every week there were a lot of different people with questions, and it also was just super dope. So I want to give a warm welcome to Darren Riley at Just Air Solutions. Woo! It's gonna be fun. Also, wait, this man was in the motorcade with Biden, so like when I say like, woo, this is a shooting star.
There you go.
All right, we're gonna go in order. So this is a founder I just recently had a chance to really get to meet and learn his story. And if you haven't read his bio, one, it's going crazy on LinkedIn, on Instagram, but this is what it talks about, like when you really turn pain into purpose and you get focused and locked in on like, what is dedication? What does it look like to say my impact on this world is gonna be purposeful, and everyone's gonna feel it. I'm not gonna steal your story, so I want you to make sure you talk about what I'm talking about. But when you learn about what he's done, he has built a product that can turn any bike into an electric bike in 5 minutes.
Right. It's so crazy. I'm looking for it. That's crazy. Wow.
This is my bike. This bike costs $80, and he turned this thing into an electric bike in 5 minutes. I didn't believe that was no show up, but that's great.
I like the $80
Like,
bike too.
Oh, wow.
when I tell you we got something great here.
Wow.
Okay, so here's a person that I don't know if she knows. I first met her last summer in Cincinnati, jumping into a car at Black Tech Week. And I was like, man, who's this superstar? And then after I heard her name, I'm like, she's building this dope building? Like, what is happening? And she also, I learned a lot about her from a good friend of mine, Bert Johnson. I think he's over there. Somebody you should know. But she is also showing us that I'm like, there are levels to how we can enter the space, because she is like a trailblazer in the manufacturing space when it comes to like, yo, we're not just the techs, there's levels to this. We can do so much. She's creating it. We're gonna need these charging stations everywhere, and what she's doing is revolutionary. So I'm gonna turn it over to Carl Walker Miller and get off the stage. It's not about me, but you just have to know, these are some great minds. It's gonna be a great day. Thank you, thank you. Oh, Alexa's taking it over.
I want y'all to give it up for all of our amazing panelists. I'm just giving out of the mic. They did not have to take time out of their Saturday to come spend some time with us, so let's all listen in and just get ready to learn some new things.
Sorry.
Yeah, how long do we have? Alexa, Johnny? Okay, and this is real quick because I'm everybody's mom. He has a flight that leaves DTW at 4:49. If anyone is headed that way, I would love for you to help him get there. But if he just, okay. Can you get him there as soon as he gets off the stage?
I mean, you know, I can.
All right. Somebody, y'all jump in. All right. See, it ain't that hard to help him.
Oh, that's what's up.
I just saved you $50. So I just want everyone to take just a couple of minutes each, and I know it's gonna be hard to put your awesomeness into a couple of minutes, but I want each of you to talk about how you became a clean energy person. And I mean, did you just wake up one morning and say, I think I'm gonna be a clean energy person?
Yeah, I can jump in. And so, this is for a high level, just there. Our whole vision is simple. We want to make sure that every single person, no matter what neighborhood you're from, what skin color, religion, whatever background, you have access to clean air. It's a fundamental right. And so we're using technology to really bring that to the forefront of conversation. So while I'm not directly connected in terms of like clean energy, our technology is enabling where we prioritize clean energy solutions and also look at the return on investment when we put clean energy solutions in communities, right? So
Okay, I'm gonna stop this brother right now.
Yeah.
I need y'all to stop saying I'm not clean energy. Because
Everybody-
if you don't know your energy's dirty, you don't know how badly you need clean energy, okay? So, and if you don't have clean air, nothing else matters. And this is the grandmother of 2 grandchildren with asthma, and I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that bridges the gap. So I was going to set the stage there. So how do I get into this space? 2018, so originally I'm from Houston, Texas, by the way. Who said that? It's time, throw it down. Yeah. Let me stop. But originally from Houston, Texas, I moved to Detroit 2016 in Southwest Detroit. I developed asthma in 2018, right? Never had any issues with breathing. I know people who grew up with asthma. It was weird to get as an adult, open my eyes, to the health disparities in my community. So in the zip code was one of the highest asthma rates, not only in the city, but also in the nation. Fast forward, 2020, I was kind of in between jobs, thinking about going to business school, the whole 9 yards. Everybody was traumatized with the killing of George Floyd. A lot of articles were coming out around COVID mortality rates being the highest in our Black communities. And if you heard the narrative, it was saying, oh, these underlying illnesses are the cause of that. So COVID, which attacks the lungs, respiratory illnesses like asthma, COPD, really sadly transitioned a lot of our community. And so that's really what inspired. I remember looking in the mirror, taking the GMAT test, and what am I doing with my time, my life, experience on this earth? Looked in the mirror and said, do I really feel true to myself when I know all these issues? I know I can build some technology. I know I can really figure out what's really going on here. And that's where I made the commitment to myself to build Just Air Solutions, which is to highlight the health disparities that attack our community so we can have better communities and get the future that we deserve. So that's how I got in. That's top source.
Ilana, who just got in about 4 a.m. this morning from Ghana. So y'all know this
God.
guy is
Come on, man.
for you all.
And so I arrived yesterday afternoon, and I was telling Carla that I was kind of pooped when I got home, and I was trying to figure out if I would be able to make it. I was texting Darren, and Darren is like, "Bro, you gotta make it. It's worth it, right?" So at 4 a.m. this morning, I figured it all out, and now I'm here now, and it's worth it for sure. So my name is Nana Arkaful, founder of ARC, and the way I pitch ARC is we're making the world more accessible with affordable electric bicycles. But at 4 a.m. when I woke up, I actually kind of been thinking about kind of revitalizing how I think about the company, and I want to, as a physicist, I want to kind of take a...
Excuse me, y'all. As a what? Excuse me, y'all. I took physics twice. Got to see the first time. Took it again to get a B. I got to see the second time. Remember what?
Yeah, so as a physicist...
Physicist from where? Sorry. Physicist from where?
Morehouse College.
Yeah! Let's go. Let's go.
So I've been kind of thinking about drivetrains, right? Electric vehicle drivetrains and the physics behind electric vehicles. Because Natalie, she's pioneering the charging space, right? And what's actually going to move these vehicles? We're thinking about the brains of the vehicles, we're thinking about autonomy and everything else, but the drivetrains are actually going to make these vehicles move, right? And nobody has mastered that, whether it's Tesla, Porsche, whoever. And that's the approach we want to take. So right now we're building this modular battery system that makes it easy to swap batteries, battery packs within the electric vehicle drivetrain, and also making it, the goal is to make these drivetrains as plug and play as a bicycle. And so the concept kind of starts here, but we want to, grow it into that. So kind of started for me 25 years ago when my two African parents split, and Johnny mentioned his guardian angel being Carla. My guardian angel was an American woman from Chicago that brought us here and gave us this new perspective of innovation and just like education. And she actually passed away last year, but I feel her right now. I feel her energy. I think everything that I'm doing now, she's kind of like pushing me along. So it started when I actually took apart her lawnmower to put it on at 10 years old, to put it on my bicycle to make it a motorbike. And I was unsuccessful because I was 10, but that's where the vision started. And kind of, developed 18 years later, 18 years later, when I got a video from my father, and he had actually converted a car to an electric car, and he asked for my help. I booked the first flight back to Ghana. We didn't have a great relationship until then, but I think that like brought us back together, and I got to work on the car with him, and we took it on the road. And if you go to Ghana and you look up in the sky, there's a thick cloud of smoke, right, from gas emissions. If you look me in the eyes, you see these yellow marks. That actually comes from that too. And so when we took the car on the road, this clean car, and I looked at all the other cars pumping out smoke, it changed how I thought about the world. So I studied electric vehicles, and I learned that with $0 billion, I can't build cars yet, but I could start from somewhere. So I started with bicycles. Yeah, that's the story.
All right, sis. Extraordinary. I'm just so full. I'm so overjoyed because what I'm seeing here, what I'm hearing here in Nana's story, Darren's story, is why I do what I do and why Carla does what she does. So I'm Natalie King. I'm the founder and CEO of Dunamis Charge and Dunamis Clean Energy Partners. I have no technical skill sets whatsoever. I'm a lawyer by trade, practiced law for many, many years. But how I got into the clean energy tech space is very similar to the stories that you are hearing. It's a passion, and it's a calling, and it's a purpose. And when I was in college, I was at U of M, go blue. Go blue! And yeah, whatever. But I was working for a professor in the School of Natural Resources, and I began doing research on environmental racism in Black and brown communities, particularly in southeastern Michigan. And the first community that I had to go into for my research project was Southwest Detroit. And so I began to see the impacts. You know how if you from the city, you know, we were just talking about how you live in segments in the city. I'm east side, I'm west side, I'm southwest. And for me, I grew up on the west side, but when I would travel down 75 as a kid, I remember holding my nose, right? You would, you know, when you travel that big tire that was right there. And once you hit that, you could smell. I didn't know what I was smelling. All I knew as a kid is that it didn't smell like my neighborhood. So I would do like this. And so as an adult, I began to understand the environmental impacts on our communities, Black and brown communities, low income communities. And I developed a passion for being a part of that solution. So I knew for sure I was going to be an environmental attorney. I'm like, I'm going to go and fight the good fight. And then law school happened, and student loans happened, and family happened. And so I ended up going into a corporate practice, but it was all God, because what I learned there was business, not knowing how the steps were going to be laid out. So circle back 15 years later, I started representing a company that was a solar distribution company. I was their legal counsel, and it just clicked again. You know, I developed this passion. I worked for the EPA when I was law school, and so I'm seeing how clean energy technology is booming. This is back in like 2007, 2006. And so I began paying attention to how the industry is growing, and serendipitously, as God would have it, an opportunity came to me to become a general counsel and co-founder of a solar integration firm. And from there, it was on and popping. And I completely pivoted from that legal career into going into Dunamis Charge or Dunamis Clean Energy in 2012, and I was sold out. I wanted to be a part of a solution where we used clean power to empower our communities. I started hiring the best and the brightest Black and brown people within our companies to go out and culminate that empowerment, community engagement, education amongst our communities. Fast forward, Dunamis Charge as a part of what we do with energy efficiency technologies, energy management solutions. We are the first and only Black woman-owned EV charger manufacturer on this globe.
Congratulations.
And I'm very, very proud of that. But I am so excited that there could be somebody in this room that makes the second. Because what's better than one billionaire? Right?
That's right.
I mean, this is just beautiful. So that's my why, Carla. This. Y'all know my why. And the whys, thank you. Thank all three of you. And one of the things you'll hear, the thing is, it's not just about money. It really is about our humanity. It's about what's in our spirits that drives us to do this. But we got to have money. And the fact is that $2 trillion in new money is coming into the clean energy ecosystem. And that's really why we're here.
Right.
What would it mean for the city of Detroit to be able to get just $1 billion or $2 of that $2 trillion? How would it change every single home economy? One of the things I like to make clear to people is if you add the cost of your electricity, water, gas, and transportation fuels, I want you guys to do that in your head. For many of us, that is our largest bill. It's larger than our mortgage. It's larger than the car insurance we talk about all the time. So what difference would it make to your family if you could slash that by 50, 60, 70, 80% and improve the air quality? So $2 trillion, we're only looking for a couple of billion. If you guys could talk a little bit about how the current clean energy transition is going to impact you and your hopes for getting some of that money, what you would do with it, how you encourage anybody else to participate.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, air quality is definitely impacted by how we generate fuel. Kind of heard that story. So to answer your question directly, how I see Just Air playing a role is really around the prioritization of these funds and also showing how this has an impact from a health lens, right? Air pollution in the U.S. costs the U.S. estimates $600 billion annually. And the globe is about 3% of the GDP globally. And it's the biggest market because, everyone needs air. But why do I say that? Is that it allows us to look at how the government looks at funding priorities and initiatives. It gives us another line item to say it's a cost-benefit analysis. So if we can argue for, hey, if you put this electric school bus at this school, this will reduce kids' absenteeism by X% because they're reducing NO2 entering their school building so they can learn, they can study, they can take better tests. You're talking about the Department of Energy, you're talking about the Department of Transportation, you're talking about education and health. For departments, so it can really add to the opportunities and benefits. So the role that we see us playing in this space, I don't say we will get funding, we could get funding directly, but we can play a role in making sure that those funds hit our community. So now we can show up in a grant with the city, the state, the county, with partners like Carla Walker Miller and say, hey, this is a narrative at these schools, these locations where we're going to pilot this opportunity. This is why we're going to pilot it, because we have data and we're just going to have a better probability of make sure we get those dollars in our communities so our kids are healthy, our families can breathe, and we get to the future we deserve.
So, I think the three most important things to anyone on the planet is food, shelter, and transportation, right? And with transportation being number 3 most important thing, it's not as accessible as it should be, right? Convenient forms of transportation, and that's really why we started with bicycles. I know probably you all have been stuck, not probably, but I'm sure you all have been stuck in traffic for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, right? But last time I was in Ghana, I was stuck in traffic for 8 hours, right? And I was just trying to go 20 miles. And this thing could have solved the problem,
Oh my gosh.
all right? And so, you know, many people are experiencing this, and the goal for us, if we could get a small chunk of, you know, some cash, we want to be able to subsidize the cost of this product so that it's truly accessible. Right now, it's $450. E-bikes are around $3,000. I mean, we're doing a good job so far, but if we can bring the price down to about $250, right, then that changes the game. And that's really the vision that I want to see come to fruition.
And I do want to say thank you for that, Nana, but bikes really are going to be gap transportation. As we look at car sharing, scooters, electric bikes are going to be a more important part of the transportation solution. Are you about to demo?
This is crazy because my jaw dropped when you
And this is your bike?
Yeah, so this is my bike, and he turned my bike into a $1,000 bike. So anybody want to make an offer? It happened like 30 minutes ago before he came through. In 5 minutes. I know what to show you, but this is crazy. I'm saying.
5 minutes.
All right, Natalie.
Wow.
I'm investing in it.
Right.
Beautiful.
Right.
This is a multi-trillion-dollar wealth transfer that's taking place right now.
Right. Yes.
Unprecedented in this country. Carla has called it the fourth industrial revolution. And as in any revolution, and in the industrial economy, globally and particularly here in the United States, with unprecedented investment that we haven't seen and we are not going to see for some time to come. We as Black and brown people, historically, are right at the tail end. We're getting crumbs. Why? Because we don't know. We're not collaborating. We're not going after it because we have an inherent and uninformed belief that it's too complicated. We don't have accessibility to it. We don't have the relationships. We don't have the knowledge. We don't have the assets. We don't have the finances to go after it. But this is what you're here for. This is what Black Tech Saturdays is all about. And so to give it up to the founders of this, not even, I mean, what you guys are doing right now, hands down extraordinary. And so what it does for a company, the investment, the multi-trillion-dollar industry, and all of the, and I'm not just talking about EVs, I'm talking about the ancillary opportunities that are coming from this. So for engineers, for technicians, for electricians, for software designers and coding, it goes on and on and on. And the one thing that we know about our people, we are a brilliant, innovative, creative, resilient, persevering people. So when you pair that with collaboration and resources and dollars, we will control this industry. We have the ability to do it. And so that's what this, we're taking advantage of it. We're taking advantage of the investment by collaborating together. Carla and I are collaborating. We're gonna be collaborating to ensure that we have the capacity and the capabilities to take advantage of the mass investment that's happening here and to really make our mark in the industry. And we want to collaborate with you as well.
Nice.
I want to follow up with Natalie on what she mentioned earlier about being at the the back or being last in line. As a Ghanaian, Africa kind of gets left out, out of, innovation, and there's some geniuses in like the ingenuity in Africa, because it has to be so, right? It's so apparent, like, if you think about how the transportation sector in Africa is all second-hand vehicles, right? We buy them from UK and US, and then they can be totaled, right? We kind of fix them up and make them look cool, right? But I think with this EV innovation or this renaissance that's happening, even with AI, I think honestly AI is a level playing field, and even with the EV space, it can be leveled. So it's a lot of companies that are kind of at the forefront now, but we got to step in, like she's saying. We can't be nervous or scared about these industries, because these are the industries that are shaping the future, and we don't want to get left in the past.
Absolutely. And there is way too much wisdom on this stage for us to have 30 minutes, but we are going to honor and respect. I want to say two things. The trillions of dollars of additional investment, most of that money is under Justice 40. And Justice 40 is a statute that says 40%, not of the money, unfortunately, but 40% of the benefit of that investment has to go to communities that have been historically underserved, historically disconnected, and those are our communities. And what that means is that people are looking, even majority companies that want to participate in that market are looking for Black and brown companies to partner with. So I want you all to look for opportunities coming through. Michigan's RFPs are coming out now. I know that Natalie and I are scheming, so, you all go on the governor websites, the DOE, the $10 million that Naomi Davis in Chicago got was actually from the EPA. And we can use this money for solutions, but for innovation, because who knows more about what our communities need than us? So I am asking you guys to take a giant leap forward into clean energy, become a clean energy person. The second thing I want to say, because I see as the Motor City, a lot of Detroiters, Black Detroiters, have decided that they're not going to accept the EV. The two things we know about EVs is that they're expensive and that there are no charging stations. Guess what, you guys? When cars came out, there were more horseshoes than roads in this country. The opportunity for us is to invent and create everything that is going to make EVs work. The traffic light was not invented, the windshield wipers were not invented. All of that is our opportunity to create wealth. The first economic revolution where we have been in a position to know and go after that funding. So I'm begging you all, let me ask this question again, because we're going to end right on time. Based on the investment you made of your Saturday afternoon into this panel with three of the most brilliant clean energy people on the planet, I want you all to stand up if you are clean energy people.
Guess I'm gonna have to stand up here.
Well, all right. We're gonna go to the rest of you all. Johnny, Alexa, Black Tech Saturdays, thank you.
Y'all give it up to Carla. Y'all stay seated. Y'all, this information is so invaluable. Do y'all realize having all of us up here, having all of us able to learn and grow from four amazing people is just so incredible. So before we dismiss, we're gonna take a few questions. Y'all, we got just some genius, dope Black people doing amazing things, and it gets me excited. Shout out to David Tarver in the audience. Y'all, we got sleepers, geniuses in this building. I'm trying to tell y'all, but they be, and I won't put them on the spot. Okay, so David's over here. David, if you come up here, we're gonna take just a few questions and we're gonna go upstairs to take our picture. So any questions? Dr. Marshall, you come on up here and we'll take a few questions.
All right. Hi, my name is Ada. I stood up for the creative question. So I have two questions. I'm not gonna say it's a two-parter, it is just two questions. My first question is how, since we're all clean energy people, how can creatives add to the full benefit of clean energy, especially in the city of Detroit? And what would you say are the most accessible on-ramps to participating in the revolution?
What was the second question again? The most?
The most accessible on-ramps to becoming a part of the clean energy space.
Do you want it? Okay, so I'll tell you that a clean energy business needs everything that a regular business needs.
Right.
I'm a clean energy business. We have more than 200 people. We need accountants. We need, we need every single thing. We need marketing people. We have creatives on our staff. So that really is an easy on-ramp to just go and look for businesses that are doing what you would like them to do. And especially creatives. We need creatives because we are boring people who are focused on what we're focused on, right? And we need other people to make it compelling and sexy for everybody else.
Okay, right here with Dr. Marshall.
I'm a big fan, guys. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah, so how did you guys actually get started in your first hires? Like, what incentives did you give those first few people?
For my hires, it was my first hires. I think a couple of them might even be in this room. It was really buy into the passion and the vision of what we were doing. We didn't have no money. We started off like any other small business. So it wasn't so much that we were incentivizing with, oh, you're gonna have, come in making this great, multi-six-figure salary. But what we did incentivize our first hires with and then build from that was the understanding of the growth opportunity and the inclusion of our team in that growth, where they were vested and a part of it, and they knew that without them, we wouldn't be able to get to where we were going. And so for any company that is aspiring to, come up in this space, or for anyone that is aspiring to be a part of a team for this space, you might not come in a small business right on top, but trust and believe this industry brings great opportunity for livelihood and career creation. And right now, where we're hiring are at those nice six-figure spots for those that bring those talents and resources to us.
I'll quickly add to that, Darren Marshall. I think we'll double up on the passion part. Like, that's definitely, as an entrepreneur, your first hires, you can't pay them that market rate. You have some equity to give up, but also the passion and also the opportunity to shape and form whatever entity or product that you're working on. I say this time and time again, I can't draw a stick figure. I'm the worst artist in the world, but I do think technology and entrepreneurship is an opportunity to express our vision. And so giving people that door, open that door up, say, hey, work on this thing with me, let's express our vision. And as Carla said, Carla Nelly King said, that this clean energy space is an opportunity for us to express our vision of what we want to see the world is tomorrow. And last thing I'll do, because the question might not lead to this, is that we got to sell out recess. We got to sell out recess. We got to sell out recess. You got to do it to yourself, I was saying. And what I support, one, we'll learn, we'll collaborate through recess, but two, DOE and all these other entities are looking. So when you say we sold out recess, I'm like, oh, why is that? Detroit would be the next clean energy hub. All right, there you go.
So I just want to ask something briefly. When it came to hires, I just kind of looked around. I was a teacher for like 4 years, makerspace teacher, and I just looked at my mentees and I hired them. So I have a marketing team, some creatives. One of my team members is a 3D designer, and he's really been able to bring the vision to life where you could see a visual of the bike being transformed in about 7 seconds, right? And so it kind of changes how we tell the story. So if you're building a business and you want to find people, look around you, look at the people that you already have. Yeah.
So, real quick, these are some really dope people. They're also people who you can get in contact with, and I want you to know how you can follow up with them. So if you all can tell people how to get in contact with you, find more about your business, what else they can do to support you, let's go across.
Darren Riley, feel free to hit me up. Also, go to the Just Air app. We have 100 monitors in Wayne County. So Just Air, JUSTAIR.app. Sign up, get alerts, share with your folks. And also, shameless plug, we invented the world's first connected inhaler that we're doing a study in Wayne County. So I gotta say, we have a sign up that we will have on our website. So please stay plugged in. This is the first in Wisconsin when I trigger my inhaler, because we have so many monitors and we have mobile monitors, we can actually look at where the pollution is coming from when you have that trigger. So this will help remediate some of these issues, and rolling out 500 of these throughout Wayne County, doing some amazing stuff. So I just want to give that plug. But justair.app, please.
Nana Archiful, you can just find me on LinkedIn, reach out to me. My email also is nana@arke global.com. Just reach out. I'll respond.
Natalie King, you can hit me up on LinkedIn. It goes directly into my email, my inbox. So you can contact me there. You can learn more about the company at dunamischarge.com and learn more about the team. And yeah, very easy to find.
And I'm on LinkedIn. Please don't email me. Please, if you leave me again, it might take me a minute, but I definitely will respond. But email is like the wild, wild west, y'all.
Okay. Thank y'all so much. Y'all give it up for our panelists one more time. We learned something new today from all these amazing geniuses up here. I know there are a few more questions. Don't worry, everybody is going upstairs and you'll still have the opportunity to ask your question. So everybody stay seated for 1 second. We'll dismiss our panelists to Lauren so we can head upstairs. Dismiss y'all right this way. Y'all give it up for them one more time. So before we get out of here, I just got a few things. Okay, so before we leave, so remember, not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday is the Gamer Takeover. Tell all your friends, tell all your family, we're gonna have fun with the takeover and the launch for Ariel Nice, We Never Yield. We also have our community meetings coming up. These will be out in the emails. These are happening this week, one on Thursday and one on Friday with community development and urban agriculture. On Thursday the 18th, and then Google Code Next on Friday the 19th. So make sure y'all tap in there. Ariel Nights, We Never Yield, July 27th. I don't think I forgot anything. Everybody stand on that. Y'all, we really appreciate y'all coming out to join us. Give it up for yourselves. We're showing up on a Saturday, having some fun, learning about clean energy. We're gonna be back July 27th. Make sure to tap into the emails so you can stay up to date with all the information. Johnny and I love y'all so much. We are praying for y'all. We are all gonna be successful, and we are all in clean energy as of now, thanks to Carla Walker, and this amazing piano. All right, we love y'all. We're gonna head upstairs to take our pictures. So you are dismissed to the elevators, and we're gonna help you get upstairs. Slick Money, y'all can take it away.
Okay, now you have to tell me about your clean energy while we're on live too. I was sitting next to her the whole time. We're live.
So everybody head to the elevators in the back. We're gonna head upstairs and take our group picture.
Right. Okay, but if you say including Canada?
Including Canada, and I work in IT, so I'm an IT project manager.
Amazing.
We run programs that help individuals and companies save energy.
Wow.
So we'll go into a business, for example, and our engineers will go in and find all the ways they can save energy.
Mm-hmm.
I do software development, I do launching, and I help calculate how much you need to save.
Oh wow. Do you have a card or anything? Of course not. Of course. How you doing?
You were able to film almost the entirety of this.
I did.
Wait to see that because
Of
I
course.
had to keep you my phone, my son.
Okay, of course. My name. Let me give you my contact or what have you.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, babe. Let me borrow this.
No. Late?
Wow, it's possible.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you.
What is it?
My number is 248-761-2891. My name is Adriane Mayes. And what I'll do, I can email, it's on my YouTube, and my YouTube is Adriane, A-D, with an E on the end, Adriane.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm spelling Adriane incorrectly.
No. And so if you literally go to my name on YouTube, that's where it is live. Yes.
Okay.
So tell me, what's the last random act of kindness you did? And just tell me, yep, you ready? Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, thank you for your service. Seriously, thank you for your service. Amazing. Thank you so much. We're giving away $15,000 on our anniversary, September 11th, for Random Acts of Kindness.
Wow.
So you have my contact now. I'm a president of my foundation, but also have a digital marketing company. I'm sorry, baby. A digital marketing company as well.
Children too.
Yes.
Do you have children?
No, I have no children myself.
Okay, but as part of your foundation?
Oh, of course. So it's 8 to 85, all ages.
So he's 3. But
Yes.
he's going on 53.
Stop.
I'm Tiffany Brazil.
Well, nice to meet you, Tiffany. I'm Adriane Mayes. So now you have my contact. And get involved in the program. It's free. So submit an idea, and whoever supported, we're going to $3,000, $5,000 grants.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't miss this picture.
I'm coming up. I'm coming out now. Thank you. So live, that was amazing. Adriane Mayes, CCC Because We Care Foundation, Black Tech Saturdays. Amazing information about clean energy. We just talked about the Project 2025 with the whole, the money that's being provided for clean energy. And with 2024 and innovation, and my background being in electromechanical engineering.
If you can make your way upstairs,
I gotta go
we
upstairs.
would greatly appreciate that so we can get the
wanted
photo.
to just make
Again,
sure
if you
that
can make
this
your
was
way
amazing.
upstairs so we can take the photo.
I'm gonna go live
upstairs
again.
with the
I hope you
panel
guys enjoyed
so
this.
he can make his flight home.
Make sure in regards to just being able to be a part of Black Tech Saturdays, get involved, and make sure that you follow, subscribe, look out for the Random Acts of Kindness. We're giving away $15,000. Again, for whoever has the most supported idea. It could be a clean energy idea, right? So submit that, just go to our community, leave it in the comments. Make sure you check later. I'll make sure I put the information in the comments on how you go ahead and get into the community. It's no charge, guys. So we're just giving back. That's our Random Acts of Kindness in 2024. We've been around for 15 years. So celebrating 15 years, that's what we're gonna do. So let me go check this picture out. I'm gonna go live again. Once I, let me walk with me now, huh? Let's go walk a little bit. It's over. I don't think they'll. So drop in the comments. Did you guys enjoy that? Enjoy the Black Tech Saturdays. Let me see if I can get some random acts of kindness submissions real quick. Real quick, can you tell me your last random act of kindness?
My last random. Every time I pass one of the homeless guys on the freeway, I give them some money.
But so
all the time.
Really?
Yeah, my mama tell me to give them more.
Stop. Hey, that's all right. Thank you so much for your service. He said you just give homeless people money. That's awesome. Right. So we're gonna go out here and see if I can go find the owner of the photo booth of the boutique and get an idea of how that was amazing.
You want to check for the picture?
How do I do that? Okay. You know me, I'm
on
going
the second and third floor.
Okay.
But we take a picture at the end of every event.
Okay, cool. All right,
I got you. So you follow me over here, I got you.
Okay, cool. Tell me your last random act of kindness real quick. Your last random act of kindness.
Right off you get on the stage.
You. Besides doing the announcing for the whole thing. No worries. You can't tell me. You don't have one? So you don't have a random act of kindness? See how you got nervous? You put somebody live. People get nervous in regards to simple things. He just enunciated this whole thing. And he couldn't tell me his last random act of kindness. So which way do I go?
Right there, between the center, that's where the elevators are right. There's two upstairs.
Tell me your last random act of kindness. He can do it.
One more time?
Your last random act of kindness. Besides your last random act of kindness. So just...
I work with senior citizens a lot, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I work with senior citizens a lot. I do a lot of caregiving work in my days, and anything that goes to make you smile, I'm there for it.
That's what's up. See,
that's me.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, so go through right there and go. Okay.
There should be somebody standing there to let you in.
Okay, thank you. So that was cool. He got he got nervous when I went live. I'm gonna try to go take the picture as they're asking. And I wanted to check out the photo booth boutique. But let me go take the picture, I guess. Make sure So at my first Black Tech Saturdays, it was pretty cool. Had everything live, and I know people are gonna hate me getting on the elevator with them, but I am. It's gonna cut off anyway, so let me cut this off. All right, so we'll go ahead and let me see if it makes it through. You hang with me a little bit. We just going to the elevator. See, it was. Look at you holding the elevator. Is anybody on the elevator want to share with me their last random act of kindness? No? Nobody? Nobody? He said he gets people homeless. Nobody on the elevator want to. See, I told you, everybody gets on the elevator, you go live, people nervous. People nervous. I was like, I don't know why. It's like everybody can see you, but if you go. But the good thing is, the random act of kindness that we're having right now is going to be this amazing picture I think that we're getting ready to take. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm just going to be a part because this is an amazing event. Just check this out. Look at all the people. Oh, look at us. Just a positive event on a Saturday. Okay, I love it. Can you share with me your last random act of kindness? I won't even put you on look, I won't even show your face. It's okay. But what's your last random act of kindness?
I bought somebody a coffee.
Nice. Can I put it on video? Okay. Now what was your last random act of kindness? Simple. See? And keep going. Thank you for that. See, everybody's not nervous about the video. You stand right here until I know what's going on. Trying to be a part of the picture, part of the solution, not the problem, right? Stand over here out the way. Huh. Neato. So, I'm gonna disconnect here shortly. And just happy to be a part of something positive in the city of Detroit. Kicking off our Random Acts of Kindness campaign on July the 15th, giving away $15,000 for ideas and innovative ideas just to submit and support in the city. Unica Gaines and Adriane Mayes, Melissa Green and Ayanna Thomas started CCC Because We Care Foundation in 2009. And our whole purpose was to give back to the city, give back to the less fortunate and underprivileged. And we're from Detroit, Michigan, and Melissa being from Chicago. But Detroit, what up though? And that's what we grew up. The whole purpose of my background being electrical mechanical engineering and a master's in business and management and marketing. Our whole purpose is to give back. It's not just I'm going to be a billionaire some way, but it's not just about money. The money starts with your mindset. And the mindset here in this room today was amazing. There's trillions of dollars available for clean energy. And the way that you actually have access to that is the education. The educational piece that we stray away from is understanding that we have to learn and know that the way we get the funding is to submit proposals, the RFPs, requests for proposals, listen to events like this and become innovative. So hopefully you were able to receive some insight today. Check out cccwecare.com. Make sure you go ahead and submit your ideas to idea.cccwecare.com. And that way, from now until September the 10th, voting, get people to be part of the community
free, and it's all about the action. And we're trying to build this community so that more entrepreneurs can know about the digital franchise brands and the opportunities that are digitally. And so we're doing our part. So I think I'm gonna check out now. I think that was enough. Went about an hour. Adriane Mayes. Every now I'll pop in on a couple of videos later. Just being innovative, and we'll go from there. I can, I will, I must. What's dope? Detroit, one product, educate. Let's go. Deuces.